first carry now for Dalvin Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Rico Gafford, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It was a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one was tight end out on the right side, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And a Packer 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster. disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarter.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Yeah, they got the extra point, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find DeGuara complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and we're in all off-season.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Packers.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Kick is good.
And he puts it through.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Results in a 4th.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. These two teams all tied after one.
Tied 7-7.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Touchdown.
Devin Funchess, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Packers 14, Vikings 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
7-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll work take this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for the offense.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and score. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Packers 21, Vikings 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, Cook. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you have to...
Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Davis with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
14-yard line.
Second and 20. Play fake. Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a third interception thrown by Cousins. Kevin King with a pick. And he's going to be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end DeGuara. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rodgers. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Rodgers throwing complete to Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
18 on the play.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Rodgers' throw going to be caught by Funchess. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rodgers. It is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. Open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is right through.
Packers 38, Vikings 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Cook. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Carry, it's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Cousins. Left side, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
He was on a second and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
On third down, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Getting open man, finding Jefferson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
The 49-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Cook. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Turnover on downs.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at about the 32. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like total at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the...
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run it again with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Clark in on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. To throw it is Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Green Bay.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's going to let it fly. And it'll be with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Rodgers pass intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was long.